Let's go.
Dr. Rosie Milligan, one of the most sought-after speakers on the circuit today. Her live internet talk show, Express Yourself, is the most provocative, thought-provoking, and talked-about radio show on the internet. There's no holds barred, and Dr. Milligan puts the B in bold. She brings it every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rosie has been proclaimed the most provocative female writer of the century. Her books include Satisfying the Black Man and Black Woman Sexually Made Simple, Why Black Men Choose White Women, and the book Nigga Please. These books have raised eyebrows across the country. She has authored 21 books and published 350 titles for authors nationwide. Check Dr. Rosie out at drrosie.com for her books, articles, and archives of her internet talk show. Sit at the feet of wisdom. Dr. Milligan is indeed a timekeeper and scorekeeper. She is the clock, calendar, and almanac for Black America. You need to hear her.
In sunny California, you'll listen to the Express Yourself Hour. I am your host, Dr. Rosie Milligan, coming to you live with straight talk. You know how we do it around here? Nothing but straight talk. My co-hosts I have two wonderful co-hosts. Mr. Keith Swanson, he's the AI man. People still looking for him. Does he really exist, Dr. Rosie? Yes, he does, you guys. He's really alive and in color. It's funny, he's been at different events and nobody can point him out because we had money on the table last year for whoever would catch the AI man. He was at Black Writers on Tour. He's going to be there this for 26, 2025. He was amongst the crowd and nobody caught him.
We and nobody caught me.
Had about $4,000 on the table. It dropped down to zero. Starting back up for January, we're throwing money in the pot again if you guys catch the AI man. Keith, how are you today?
I am doing well, Dr. Rosie. How about you?
I am doing so good. I want to holla. That's really good. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, yes. It's my other co-host on Shawannah, Bordenave. She's a real estate guru. She sells houses. She buy houses. She flip houses. She does everything you can do to a house. I often wonder if she cleans the house. Hey, I'm just playing with you, Shawannah. I'm just saying. But anyway,
Shawannah says she keeps a clean house, so she can if necessary.
She's not home long enough. She's all over the country buying houses. So I'm sure she is paying someone real good to do her house. Is she on? If not, she's probably out selling houses. If not, she'll catch up with us later. Are you on, Shawannah?
I don't think she is.
Okay. Well, we have a great show for you today, and we have three wonderful guests, you guys. If I would read their bio, it would take the whole show. We wouldn't get a chance to even talk about it. I just want to tell you they are fabulous women. So let me introduce my friend who I've known and worked with for a long time, and she's someone that's so committed, and she reached out to me for this show. That's none other than Dr. Sheila DeGruy. She's been a community leader in the healthcare industry and is an advocate for senior and patient rights throughout her career. She graduated cum laude from LaSalle University. She has a master's and PhD in health service management. Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Rosie. Thanks for having me. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's so good to have you, and I'm so glad you brought these other wonderful, wonderful women along with you. Professional Patricia Williams, she said her title is a volunteer. Now, you know what? See, you know, what did Jesus say? He that served. That's what I'm talking about. She said her title is a volunteer. I love it. I've never heard anybody give themselves that title. That's what, Sheila, that's what you and I really need to be. All this work we do that we never get paid for. We really volunteer. She said she's been an active participant and supporters of the Galen and Kathy Reavers Center for Community Empowerment. She's been volunteering, doing great work. She said, I'm proud of what I do. I love it. Good morning, Patricia. How are you?
Good morning, Dr. Rosie. I am well. Thank you so much thank you for all you do.
Well, thank you. And our other guest is Miss Helena Williams. She let you know straight up front, y'all. I'm a wife. That means she wears her rings, letting folks know who she is, okay? Mother-in-law, grandmother, sister, and a friend. And she is on the board of directors for the Gaylen and Kathy Rivers Center for Community Empowerment. And she has a bachelor degree in nursing from the University of Southwestern Louisiana, currently known as University of Louisiana Lafayette. I was in Lafayette once doing a book signing, so I know all about Lafayette. So welcome, I'm very close to Helena because, I'm also a registered nurse too. I wear a lot of hats. I'm not doing nursing. I used to teach nursing. But guess what? I still keep my license. Hey, you never know, never know.
That's right.
Good morning, Helena. How are you?
Good morning, Dr. Rosie. I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for inviting us to your podcast. I'm looking forward to sharing information.
Well, great. Today, there's so much talk about the homeless and what's happening, a lot of misinformation. Some people saying nobody care, nobody doing nothing for them, all of this. So I decided today that we are going to do a debunking misinformation about housing for the homeless. That's about the biggest misnomer. So many, I would say, erroneous information. Some people don't know what they're talking about, and whatever you hear them say, somebody else repeat it. And I thought it was good, Keith, for us to talk to some, some educated, dedicated women with boots on the ground. When you're talking about an issue, you need to talk to folks with boots on the ground who can give you an insight as to what's happening. Because people say so much about the homeless. The question out here, where the money going? Where do they, do they want to work? It's so much stuff out here. Nobody's really helping them. But there are some women who are dedicated. There's an organization that's really with boots on the ground. And we're going to talk to them today. It's time to look, look at real solution versus rhetoric. What's working for the homeless? I think something is working. These ladies will tell you because they're doing a great job. We're attacking a myth that homelessness is simply a matter of not working and highlight barriers such as mental health, lack of affordable housing, and job availability for people with housing instability. Stop blaming the people. So first I want you all to tell me about this great organization, GCRC, and why you chose to get involved with this organization. Let's start with you. Let's start with the person on the board.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much again for having us. The Gaylen and Kathy Rivers Center for Community Empowerment. Short version is GCRC. We are a nonprofit that's located in South Los Angeles. Our founder, Reverend Gaylen L. Rivers, who has passed away, he passed away in 2021. At the time, he was the senior pastor of Lincoln Memorial Congregational Church, which is located at 4126 Arlington Avenue. We operate under three pillars: health, education, and art. So that's just a little synopsis of who we are.
Wow, I came to that church once. I did a seminar some years ago with Florine. Yes. You remember Florine?
Florine, oh my God, do I remember Florine?
Yeah, that was my buddy.
My good friend.
Yeah,
I'm her neighbor. Yeah,
right.
We lived across the street from each other. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yes,
now, my recollection as to who you really are now. Yes, I remember that.
Yes.
It's good to have you on this show. I really miss Florine. I really do,
I do too.
Person.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sheila, how did you get involved?
Well, Helena and I was volunteering over at church on different projects. One day, Stephanie, who's the assistant there, she was talking to someone regarding an opening for health equity coordinator. And my friend that was with me said, that sounds like you. So then I talked to Stephanie after what was it, part-time or whatever, and what it entail. And she told me, so I ended up even though I had been going there and been volunteering, I submitted a resume just like anybody else to Helena to be considered for the job. And when I was on vacation, was called while I was on vacation, offered the job. That was in September, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever.
Dr. DeGruy, are you on the speakerphone?
Yes.
Okay, because you're going in and out.
Okay.
Can you come off the speaker?
Yes.
Okay, that's better. So anyway, so you are a great volunteer too. Okay, let's talk to Patricia. How did you get involved?
Well, I'm a member of the church that GCRC Reverend Reavers pastored, and I have a heart for community. I have a heart for children. I really have a heart for children. And so if there's anything that's going to make life better for children, my husband and I were mentors. In fact, we were mentors. Reverend Reavers had a dream for housing. That was his original dream, housing. And so Helena, what's the name of that housing unit over there?
The Amistad Plaza.
Amistad.
Amistad Plaza. Amistad Plaza. And they moved in families in there first, a long time ago. And there were children. And we set up a kind of a mentoring, set up a mentoring program for those children. The women, the women went in, men and women went in with their children. They had been formerly homeless. And we wanted to make sure that those children had a leg up in society. So we had a mentoring program over there. And that was one of the great joys of my life, being a mentor for several. My husband and I were mentors for several. He with boys, me with girls. And those young people, I'm proud to say, have really done well in life. They've, made their mark, and they're doing well in life. But those were children who were possibly going to be left behind,
Right.
and we couldn't. And
you all, Patricia, you all started that program way before homelessness word got popular. We knew there were always homeless people, but you all was in the forefront before, when other people were not talking about the homeless population. We knew there's always been for a while, but you all was ahead of the game. You guys started looking at that situation way before it was popularized.
Yes, Reverend Reavers, that was his vision. That was Reverend Reavers' vision, and we were all behind him 100%. And if there was anything we could do, collect food, collect clothes, and we're still doing that. We're still collecting food and clothes. And last year we had a toy drive at Christmas time that was very successful for the children in Dr. Sheila's program, and that was very successful. And we hope to do that again. And yeah, like I said, my heart is for children and their parents, of course. And if there's any children or anything that I can do, I do it. I'm a volunteer. That's my title.
Okay, I like that. I think I'm going to add that to mine.
Yes.
You all still accepting clothing?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
And we
ahead.
really need men's clothing.
Okay,
men's
Keith.
clothing is a shortage. All
right, Keith.
Yes, ma'am.
You heard that. I know you got, how many clothes you got over. You're not going to wear them probably outgrown.
That would be my brother.
Okay, then I want you to reach out to your brother and all of you that's listening. Just go in the closet. Your husband got so many clothes, he won't even know you missed it, So just go in there. And really, they probably, there's a lot of people who would be eager to give away the clothes. They just don't know who wanted anybody have a need. So this is a great call. So we want, for the next week so, we want you all to give them more clothes that the men can wear. I know you all got it, because I know a lot of men, and I'm going to tell them to just get them clothes. I'm going to really make this my mission, you guys, to get these clothes for these men. I'm going to make that a mission.
Thank you.
Praise God.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Yes.
Shoes. Some of them got shoes they only wore one time. I know my my son, he won't even miss. That boy got about 60 pair of shoes. I wish I could wear some of them myself. It just wouldn't look like. So you guys, it's time. This is a season. I mean, it's a year-round season. But now I think we're coming into a season where people are thinking about helping others, thinking about giving. So it would be a joy for them to bring out these coats and the clothes that you have, nice shoes and everything. We want you to bring stuff that you would wear. You just, have kind of outgrown them, or you're not going to wear them anymore. Bring good stuff. Bring stuff that you would wear to the White House. That's what we're talking about, okay?
There you
That's
go.
what we're going to do.
Amen.
That's what we're going to do.
Amen. Yes.
So we're going to debunk some of this misinformation about housing. Now, give me you all's thought about what is really going on as far as the housing for the homeless. Are they really being housed? What's priority? Who do you think is being housed first? Is it the people that's on Skid Row? Or is it the people that are coming from Harpic? See, some people think that everybody out there homeless, they either on drugs, they don't want a house, and people don't realize, there are folks out there with PhDs on Skid Row, you guys. I want y'all to wake up and understand, that you're just 30 days from that. So don't get up, as my dad said, don't get on your high horse around here.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to become homeless, especially with this housing. When I say crisis, it's on a crisis because the cost is too high.
My gosh.
It's interesting when I think about how years ago, Dr. Grew, you guys, how we would lay back and think, well, when I get older, I'm a rear back. Y'all don't know what rear back is. That just means lean back. It just means sit up straight in your chair. Mean lean back, okay, like the young folks leaning in their car. We thought we could just lean back on that Social Security, but nobody had any idea that inflation would outpace your Social Security. So that's what's happening. Now, the average person today, the average person cannot live in California and pay the cost of rent on that Social Security check. So don't think for 1 second that you are exempt from being homeless. So you can't even live in California on a single income and pay rent.
No.
You just can't. I mean, they're building some houses right now somewhere near Baldwin Hills, somewhere out in that area, building some apartments, $2,500 a month for a one-bedroom, sort of like studio apartment. That is crazy.
Well, they say they're building affordable housing. So I say affordable of whom? And that's the big. I get so angry every time I hear them talk about affordable. Affordable to who?
Yeah,
that's right.
It's a property.
That's right.
Dr. Rosie,
and the one thing I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pat.
I do a speech in my husband and I work with youth in the Toastmasters program, and I do a speech every year to the teenagers about voting. And to get them really to think about voting, one of the questions I ask them is, how many people do you know are homeless? And then I define homeless for them as somebody who would be sleeping in the street if a family member wasn't allowing them to sleep on their couch.
So what you're saying, we have more homeless people than many homeless people have not been counted because they don't know they're homeless. That's what.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And when I tell you that most of those teenagers in that room raised their hands for the answer to that question. So there are people who are not counted, but they would be sleeping in the street. And so I continue, and I encourage the young people to vote, to understand that there are issues. There are issues on the ballot that affect their lives. I'm talking to 17 and 18-year-olds, and I'm telling them there are so many issues on the ballot that affect their lives that it behooves them to vote, to become, learn, and vote. I was just thought I'd
Yeah.
bring that up right now too. Everybody should vote.
That's a good
But
point.
yeah,
Because most young people think they're powerless because the housing problem and stuff like that. Because I was talking to a young man in Chicago, he's complaining about the price of houses, and I said, "Have you gone down to your city council or your
Yes.
or your county board of supervisors and talk to them and see what could be done about increasing the supply of houses or stuff like that?"
Yeah.
He said no. So
Right.
I said, how do you think things are going to change if you guys don't go down and start talking to people with power?
There you go.
Power to change things.
There
So,
you go. That's right. That's right.
Well, one of
Yeah,
the,
that's what.
one of the, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that was as Pat has mentioned, that was Reverend Reeves' passion for the homeless. So we try our best to get people to understand that we are all, as Dr. Rosie said, one paycheck away from not only being homeless but having no food, no clothes. It's just a matter of time for some people before they're in that same situation.
Yeah.
You know, so we
homeless folks
cannot
need to start
sit on
showing
our-
up at city council meetings. They need to.
Thank
Every time
you.
the city council
That's
meeting,
right.
homeless people need to just be saying, "Well, y'all ain't got nothing
That's
to do.
right.
Go down there
That's
to the
right.
city council meeting, get 100 homeless people every time and show up. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. We need to do
Well,
something.
then-
Keep showing up.
Then you have the issue of transportation, of getting them there.
Well,
That's,
a lot of them
you
are
know,
already there.
They're right around the corner. They're right around the corner. Yeah.
Keith,
Yeah.
you just brought, somebody
Well,
needs to
Yeah.
organize that. Somebody needs to organize that. Go and get those people, and
Yeah.
every time they open the door for the city council meeting, you
Yeah.
know that's a wonderful strategy, isn't it?
That's a great strategy.
That's why
Wow.
that's why people like that don't like me because I think of stuff.
Rosie,
Yeah, Dr.
They're right
Sheila,
there. You walk right
one
by
of
them every
one
day.
of the
go ahead, Dr.
one of
Sheila.
the myths that's out there, people think that it took people a while to get homeless, but it's only one time event, like a job loss, medical bills,
Right.
unforeseen costs that come up,
Yeah.
no fault evictions
Yep.
because of the cost of living. All of that can put anybody at risk at being homeless. And right now in Los Angeles, there's 75,312 people experiencing homelessness.
75,000?
Yeah.
I looked it up
Yes.
just this morning, as of June 28th.
In Los
As of
Angeles
June
County.
28th, Los Angeles. And every day, at least, the minimum of people become homeless every day is 20. And for every 227 that enter homelessness, 207 exit, but it's just like a revolving door. They're going out, but they're coming in, going out, coming in. And it's ridiculous to know that there's 17,245 homeless students that have gone. We're in the 23 and 24 school year, 26% up from the year before.
Coming to school from a homeless situation.
Yes.
Yes.
My God.
Oh, I volunteered at a elementary school right around the corner from my house until just recently, but I also interacted with some volunteers from other LAUSD schools, and one of the schools had like a 20-25% homeless population, kindergarten through third grade. Can you imagine? Kids that young, homeless.
And you know,
know,
the spotlight has not been placed on this.
At like a 20-25% homeless.
I'm not talking about through the government. There are folks out here who really care about this situation, but they don't know. They don't know how to help. You see,
that's right.
When you think of these kids going to school, you're concerned about their clothing, their hygiene, kids who got to sleep in their car and get up and go to school. And then you got some teacher who have no clue. That's why we have to be careful how we treat everybody. How it should be a special program, a special program should be in the schools for kids who are coming like that, because you know they have to have some psychological issues. They need more. There's something they need that the ordinary student would not need, and that need needs to be met.
Yes. And I mean, there are some great teachers at the schools where we were. They tried their very best, but, you know, then that child has to leave that environment and go somewhere else, go to their other environment. So, but you're right. There needs to be a better system for dealing with that. And the LAUSD has a lot of services for all of their students. But it's access to those services that present a problem. You know, it's a multi-system, multifaceted problem that we're facing.
Well, let me ask you this. Who are the people, as far as you all know, that's like priority for being placed in to the homeless situation? Is it the people from Skid Row, or is it one from Hopper? Because I'm concerned about with the Olympic, you know, coming here.
Oh, gosh.
I hope they're not going to just take the homeless and find a ditch and throw them all in. They're going to do something to get them off the street. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised. They may be digging a hole right now.
I agree with you. I don't know about the whole, but I agree with you that they are going to have a program to get them off of the streets. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. They are going to.
They're going to do something.
And we have to be concerned about the demographics. 34% of that 75,000 that I told you is African American, and the other 43% is Hispanic. So 77% of those on the streets are people of color.
So you're saying 34% are African American. We're only, I think, about 7%
of the population.
Yep. These are stats from just June this year.
Oh my God! Let me write that down, Sheila. Let me get. I'm getting mad. My dad said I'm getting mad.
and seniors are the highest growing number. They're saying by the time a person that's 50 years old becomes homeless, their health is equivalent to a house person's health that is in their 70s or 80s.
And Sheila, I can see that, Dr. DeGruy. Folks, you guys, the seniors are going to be, the population is really going to grow, because we know they cannot pay rent off of Social Security. And if people sell their houses for any reason and they have to relocate, you're going to constantly see, oh my God. And I'm just thinking, you guys know how many grandchildren are living with grandmama? So that means there goes grandmama and those kids. I'm about to get mad at you guys.
That's right.
And that kids, we
I
have
can
a
tell.
real serious issue. I think we have a caller, you guys. Hold for a second. We're going to take a caller. Go ahead, callers. Give us your name and tell us where you're calling from.
This is Brother Lynn,
Hi,
the
Lynn.
deputy mayor for Rosie Milligan.
Thank you, Deputy. My deputy's calling in. You guys know I'm the self-appointed mayor of South Central Los Angeles. Did you guys know that yet? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We have heard.
All right, then.
I appointed myself.
And I
Go
appointed
ahead,
myself deputy mayor.
All right, Deputy. All right.
Very briefly, Keith and Rosie put it right. I've been down to City Hall so many times I can't count. You have to step over homeless people to get in the building. And when I say that, those criminals sitting there at the city council, the most corrupt local government in the history of the United States, they cringe. The definition of affordable housing is 68 is tied to the county median income, which is about $78,000 a year.
Wow.
When they say affordable housing, we're going to provide affordable housing. That's the income level that they're targeting. So there is no affordable housing. Secondly, there is no housing shortage. People are so bamboozled. There is no housing shortage. Tens of thousands of units are deliberately, by these huge corporations, deliberately kept off the market. Why? To keep the prices high. That's 25 ladies. There's no housing shortage. Mike Bonin, I'm going to jump off. Mike Bonin put forth a motion to tax these big corporate owners who own tens of thousands of units that deliberately do that. It was killed it wasn't killed in committee, but when it finally came up for a vote, he withdrew it, saying they watered it down so much that it would deliberately water it down so much it would be worthless. How this homelessness is a big business and a financial stimulus program. It's a race to the bottom. It's an artificial thing that's created. They don't, and now this tax to permanently half% sales tax, they're licking their chops. They have no incentive. With these CEOs are making over $500,000 a piece. They have no incentive to end homelessness. It's a big scam, and the mainly joke's on us. But white people aren't the majority, but they have to pay for it. So everybody is being.
They're getting killed. They're not here, but they're getting hurt. They're basically these equity firms are buying up trailer parks now. So they
Have a nice day. Thank you. Good topic.
Thank you.
There is a Senate bill. There's a congressional and Senate bill right now trying to get these equity firms and what Len was talking about out of the housing markets. Okay, but they don't talk about it, and we don't support it. So we got to put pressure not only on our local governments, but also our federal governments to actually stop this stuff. I said this right before Joe Biden actually took office. He's going to have to make a decision between the banks and the people. Okay. Because this kind of homeless stuff is a bank bill, okay, to keep the prices up and keep the banks flush with money. So at some point, we're going to have to make a decision.
I think we have another call. Caller, go ahead, give us your name, where you're calling from, and what's your point. Caller? Okay, maybe that caller just wants to listen. You guys, that's why it's very important, on the we have propositions. Everybody really need to get out and vote. Let me say this for everybody who listens. I know you guys are so excited about what's going to happen in the White House. That's nice. But you know what? Y'all better be worried about your black house.
Amen.
Y'all better be worried about your black house.
There you go.
Because people are ready to vote for the presidential election, and they're ignoring those other bonds and proposition that's very critical for your backyard. And number one, you got
and also the people that you're putting in too, because those are the people that bring laws to the floor every other day. Okay, and not only the bonds but also the people too.
Yeah, we're getting them out from now on. You ain't gonna sit up there and put me in the poorhouse off of my taxes. I ain't gonna pay you to put me in the poorhouse.
That is, Dr. Rosie. That is a point I make in my speech. To the young people. I tell them who's in the White House is not as important as who's in the mayor's office or the city council's office,
Absolutely.
or who's the dog catcher. I say that to get them to laugh. Or who's the dog catcher? But I make that point because I want them to understand just what we're talking about right now. Like you said, the White House. No. Your neighborhood, the house next door, and we are more affected by the down ballot. We are literally we are literally more affected by the down ballot than we are. And I use the word down ballot. I'm glad they brought that word up because now I get to use it for the kids when I give that speech to the kids.
Absolutely.
And we're more. And
Let me give the phone number out again. 310. In fact, I don't think I gave it out at all. Somebody just found it and started hollering up in here. But let me give it out. 310-928-7733. That number is 310-928-7733. 928-7733. Now, if you're at work and you don't want to know what you're talking about, I got it. You can email us here at Innerlight, INNER, innerlightradio@yahoo.com. And tonight, I believe at 6 p.m., for those who didn't get a chance to listen to the show, it's going to rebroadcast. You can go to innerlightradio.com. At 6 p.m., it's going to rebroadcast. Folks, this is an excellent issue that we're talking about. If you have not voted, and if you voted wrong, go ask them if you can retrieve that thing. I wish you could take it back. I bet a lot of people wish they could take it back and vote on issues they did not before, because it's critical when we're talking about Proposition 33. Keith, I think what people are so turned around with this is saying, well, if you vote no, the investor not going to want to build in the houses because they won't be able to charge the rent they want. Well, I don't care about the investors. I'm looking for Proposition 33 benefits the tenants, and that's who we need to be concerned about. I'm concerned about the tenants, not corporate who going into neighborhoods buying up everything that come available. And if you say they buying up trailer parks, everything, so they can hold it and have generational wealth for their children. You know what? Them the only people. Yeah, they the only somebody. That's the only scripture they know in the Bible. Leave something for your children.
So that's why I'm so happy to be affiliated with GCRC, because we try our best to dismantle those kinds of racist systems by offering, whatever we can, but we focus on health, education, and the arts, because especially health, and Dr. Sheila is going to talk about some of the programs that we do with the people who were formerly homeless. So important for those people because they're literally rebuilding their lives. And if you've ever had to do that, if you've ever had to move or you had a divorce and you dealing with all the trauma from that, you have to rebuild your own life. And so you need help in doing that. And that's what this population of individuals need. We do a lot of programs. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you all help people reestablish who are coming into homeless or going out of homeless. Let's talk about that, Sheila.
Okay, well, what we do is right now we have 8 housing sites, 6 of them that's in South LA, 2 of them that's a little bit further out. But the demographics are the same as I told you. Most of the people that we're serving are African Americans and Hispanics. And all of these sites that we serve are sites where people have been rehoused. But the problem is, Dr. Rosie...
Now, when you say rehoused, what do you mean when you say rehoused?
That was on the streets and now are being given those big buildings that you're seeing, all those apartment buildings, they're building, a lot of them they're building strictly for people who were homeless. And it's great, they're beautiful and everything, but one of the things is there's grants for homelessness, but there's no grants for post-homelessness. So the things that we do and the services we provide for the people, there's no money for it. There's no grants. If we didn't get the donations of clothes and housewares and household decor and canned goods, these people wouldn't have anything. We have sites on Crenshaw and Hyde Park, 65th and Brenhurst, Imperial and Western right across from Southwest College. We have one on 48th and Normandy. We have one on Buckingham and King. We have one on Pico and Vermont, and the furthest is on Santa Monica and Vermont, and still is more African American and Hispanics in the building than any other demographic. And we do, considering we're a small nonprofit, we act and we serve as if we're a big nonprofit. I do blood pressures every week at all of the senior sites. We have 4 senior sites. We have 4 family sites. We serve 350 adults, 60 of them are seniors, and 218 kids that were on the streets. This Christmas will be some of those children's first Christmas in house.
Wow.
So I do blood pressures every week. There's people that's been put on medication that was almost near stroke readings. People who was on medications, doctors have been able to manage them because of that. We give produce to 4 of the senior sites. We give canned goods as much as we can. We desperately need food. Is the number one need right now for all 8 sites. We don't have enough to even serve all 8 of them.
The food, you mean?
We do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rosie?
Food.
You're saying you need food?
Canned goods, dry goods, yes, for all of the sites. What we do get, I have to divide up between the sites, and so if you're doing 350 people, and I'm going to one site, like a senior site, I take what we can, but then only maybe 5 or 6 people can get what we take.
Sheila, let me ask you this. Are you all able to get food from the food bank?
No, because we don't have storage. I mean, we have people, thank God we have people that are doing that to give us food. We've given out over 17,000 pounds of produce through one of the vendors in Inglewood. The canned goods I've been contacting churches trying to get them to put bins at their church for canned good drives. Amos Memorial and Lincoln Memorial are doing that. And then we have other resources in the community where we pick up canned goods and pick up smaller produce boxes once a month. But when you're talking about serving the number of families and number of people we're doing, it's just a drop in the bucket, but it's needed and it's received, and they're grateful for it. We paid for laundry. We've taken them toilet paper and paper towels and giving them dishwashing liquid, giving them detergent so they can wash their clothes. By the time they finish spending what they had to spend for rent out of that GC check, they have less. Some of them have told us they have less than $100 to live off of.
So Sheila, are they paying to live in these places?
Yes.
Even though they're homeless, they have to pay out of their little check they get.
Yeah,
yes,
they have to pay rent.
The deposit was $400 for them to move in. A lot of them have been there almost a year and still have not paid their full deposit. And I've been I've been trying to find donors enough where we can get that kind of resource so we can maybe pay $50 towards their deposit or help buy their medication or give them their co-payment. We bought blood pressure machines. We've given wheelchairs, walkers, canes, hearing aid batteries, diabetic socks. But we don't have the money to continue to do this unless we get support from the community. Because there's no grants. Right. Not that we haven't been looking, but there's none.
But you know what? I'm appalled. How can that? Listen, Keith, all this stuff that people are giving grants for, isn't that ironic? This seems like the most worthy program that you can think of. Because you think when they put them in houses, you're right. They give them furniture, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, they give them furniture, stove. But that's it. You need more than that. So now they have to live off of that check.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is that I was watching a Senate panel over the past 5 years. They've given up $150 billion to bring in migrants, right? Why do you have homeless people? It doesn't make sense.
Have you seen any of them in those houses that you guys are talking about? Where are they putting them? I'm not going to put you on the spot because I know you don't know and none of us know. It's a secret as to what they're doing.
Yeah.
A deep, dark secret.
It is a secret.
But you know,
much so.
I know this organization, they get food from the food bank, clothes, all types of stuff. They have warehouses with stuff trying to give away. So I am definitely going to contact them and put you all in connection because I know they can give you guys some stuff to give to the people. I'm so glad you guys came on this show because, I mean, see, you don't hear this on Channel 2, Channel 5. Now, here's the most critical need that we have right here in our city. You know, people, you think, I put them in a house. It's more, they need more than just shelter. They have to live once they get into the house. And I haven't heard anybody, you all, bring that issue up. They don't have money to go buy clothes. I thought they were putting them in those houses free. I didn't know they had to pay.
No, they have to pay. And I had
if California
yesterday
was
I left a site.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I left a site, and one senior ran out and asked me, would I bring him peanut butter next week? Another one asked me, would I bring toilet paper? We hear this every single week. I'm out there 5 days a week at site, and whatever they ask for, I try to make sure I take back. But we do take things weekly. But then, like I said, the amount is running low, and the money that we do get in, I am buying food to offset it to make sure that we never go there any week without taking something.
Wow.
Yeah, Dr. Sheila has been so good.
Oh, wait, I think we have a caller. Caller, go ahead.
Yes, good morning. This is Dr. Anthony. Good morning, Dr. Rosie. And yes, I have been listening for a while, and I did get on late, so I would like to know the name of this organization that's going out and providing all of this. I'd like to see what I can do to support.
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to give you the short version. GCRC. The full name is the Galen, it's Gailen, and Kathy with a C, Reavers, Reevers, Center for Community Empowerment. And we're located at 40. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Dr. Andre, I'm going to have them to give me all that information. Anybody out there listening, you can call me here at the office also, and I can give you that information. And we're going to be soliciting help for them. My number is 323-750-3592. That's 323-750-3592. We want to infuse this organization within the next couple of weeks with more than they can stand, okay? That's what we want to do. Dr. Andre Anthony, now let Dr. Andre go ahead and make any other comments, because I know she is a helper. She's very adamant about helping, particularly children. If you all got any children, y'all can just throw them her way.
That's what I was getting ready to just say. One of the greatest priorities is to make sure these kids have a good Christmas like they did last year. We have more children than we did last year, so we need toys, new unwrapped toys, and we need gift cards for 13 years up to 18 years so they can get whatever they want. Last year we gave out, we had 210 kids last year. Each of them got 2 toys. They each got a large stuffed animal, and the teenagers got $30 to $50 amount gift cards.
Wow, now that was nice. Now that's really good. Then they can go and get what they want. For once, they can go and buy what they want.
They can go shopping. Praise God,
We're going to definitely have you all to come back on the show again, because there are people, just like Dr. Andre, there are others out there who would love to help, but they just didn't know that you exist. That's why it's so important to have outlets like this. So I'm tickled black that y'all came on. Tickled black, I'm telling you.
All right, Dr. Rosie.
This is so, your heart can't help but to bleed when you hear of these stories. Do they have places where people can go in and do seminars or do things to help them, those who need computer training? They do.
Right. We can arrange that. We had one of our members from the church do a financial literacy class.
Financial literacy.
Very, very receptive. We had one of our board members to organize a literacy program, a literacy camp for the children who were obviously behind in school. So, yeah, we can organize anything. We don't have a whole lot of money.
You know what?
Yes.
I just gave away, because I have a bookstore and I'm a publisher. I do the Black Writers on Tour. We have authors from across the country. I just gave away on my table in the front of my bookstore probably at least 100 children books. And I'm going to round up whatever else I have and hold those for your organization so children can have something to read. And I would like to also, in our writers contest, we give cash prizes away. I would love to find a way to include those children in the writers contest. And they will all,
we can make that happen.
Okay, they will all get certificates.
Yes, we will.
They all get certificates, and we'll find a way if we have to pay for a bus to get those kids to that conference. When they get out there and see all these students and all the stuff they're doing, I think this would see writers from across the country, different businesses. It's called Black Writers on Tour plus Business plus Tech Expo. So I would love to expose those children to that. And I bet you I would have them to write. Dr. Andre, are you still on?
Yes, I'm here. That's a great idea.
I want them to write not on a topic. I want them to write their feelings, their thoughts and feelings about their future. I won't lock them into a defined topic. Because when you understand what we've learned through this writing contest, people have no idea what our children are thinking. How do you know? They don't have a TV talk show. They don't have a radio talk show. They don't have a magazine. All they do is talk to each other, like the blind lead the blind, okay? So I am. So, Dr. Andre, you think this is a great idea?
I think it's an excellent idea, and I'm ready to start planning it.
All right. I want you to help me. I want Dr. Andre, I want you to help me lead that program, and let's get these kids involved. And we'll get them out there if we have to get a bus. I say sometime, well, we're going to get a sponsor. I'm just so pitiful. They say I don't have no sense. My kids tell me, they say, Mama, you going to give away all our inheritance. I said, well, y'all better get your own. I've sent y'all to school. Get your own. Don't worry about
that. Dr. Rosie told that last check. No bounce.
That reminds me, you guys, one guy told me, he said his uncle said he was going to spend all he had. And he said, and when he's dying, he said, if I have a nickel left, I'm going to swallow it.
Oh, my goodness.
But, folks, I want to let you know, it is so good to give. I'm a giver. And when people see me, now, I be dressed. I ain't playing. I be dressed, okay? But everything I wear, people have given it to me. I haven't bought a piece to put on my back in years, okay?
Wow.
Except last year I bought something I wore to the black. They bring me stuff. They know I like African garments. They bring me clothes. There are people who come to my office once a week and bring my food. I'm telling you, you just have no idea when you become a giver. People just give to me.
All right now. All right.
Yeah, they do. A lady right now told me that she had a lift chair. And because her mother, she bought it for her mother, and her mother recently passed. She said, well, I want to give it to you. And somebody said, what you going to do? I said, sit down and lift my tired self up when I work. and somebody else had given me one. And guess what? You all may find somebody, once you bring that one over, I'm going to give that other one that I have away. There's some people, I'm sure, sitting up in some of those places you all know who can use a lift chair, who can, lean you back and stand you up. So I'm going to start taking, now that I know about you all, I'm going to take everything they bring me and say, y'all, can you use this? You know somebody. I didn't know that. You see? See what this opened up.
Much.
This opened up that people got what you need. They just don't know who need it. And they dn't want to throw it away.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Well, Dr. Andre, I just signed her job, and I'm going to tell you right now, when Dr. Andre get on something, she ain't playing. She was a basketball coach, so y'all know she's tough, okay? And she is we're going to do this thing. I'm so excited. We're going to do we're going to do media, a lot of media around it. Oh, you guys.
Oh, yes. We need the media. We definitely need the media.
That was the goal, to get the word out and get people's hearts turned towards these children, turned towards these parents and towards the seniors, and to let people know that there's somebody out there who is trying to and trying to give them what they need. And we've seen people's lives transform over the year and a half.
Hallelujah.
They have transformed. They've gone from hopeless to hopeful, and the smiles tell it all.
That's right. Absolutely. I've seen it firsthand myself. You know, every time I
have
go,
too.
Yeah, every time I go with Dr. Sheila, and I can't go as frequently as I want, you know, I come back very humble, but also just inspired to do more. And, you know, I cry very easily, y'all. You don't know that about me.
Hello?
So, you know, the tears are
wait
just
a minute.
flowing.
Hold for a second. I think we have a caller. Let's see. Caller?
Great.
Caller? Go ahead, caller. Okay. Maybe they hung up. Sheila, can somebody else go with you when you? How can someone tag along with you?
They need to contact me so I can let the case managers know and make arrangements for that date. And we're going to be doing some events at some of the different ones, and that would be a good time for people to come and see the residents in action, see how they relate to one another and how they relate to GCRC and what we're doing for them.
Yeah. Yes, Dr. Sheila. Dr. Sheila is there almost every day, so yeah, that would be great if Dr. Rosie, if you wanted to go, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, I would like to do a class on creating a budget, because I teach people how you can budget. I don't care how little your money is. You need to know where it's going. You know, and also during the holidays, particularly to senior, where they're seniors, you know, I would like to bring people and do a little thing for them, do a little program, do sing along, do some game. So, you guys, I'm excited.
All right.
Thank you, Dr. Rosie.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And if anybody wants to know,
go ahead, Sheila.
Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Yes. If you want to know anything about our other programs, you can go to our website, www.gcrcla.org. We do have GCRCLA.org.
You all can give a phone number out there in case they want to reach you too, okay?
Okay, that would be 323 293 8535.
And the name of the program for. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Helena. Forgive me.
No. I was going to say the same thing you were going to say. You go ahead and tell them.
Oh, the name of the program for the housing sites is All Things New.
All Things New.
Because it's a new beginning for them.
Okay. All of you guys out there who know men that have clothing, they definitely need clothing for men. So call that number so you can get those clothes to them. Women, you guys have children. They probably need clothes for children too, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
All women, men, and children, but men is the one we always run short of. So we could use all of it for all of them.
Okay, then we're going to round up some clothes around here. I mean, good clothes. Don't bring no rags up there. Ain't nobody playing with you. If you wouldn't wear it, throw it in the trash. Say it again. If you can't wear it, throw it in the trash. If you won't wear it. Now, if you just don't fit you anymore. You would wear it if you could, but you know you ain't gonna never be able to. You know you can't and you won't. Then bring those clothes on up there. You guys, this has been absolutely awesome. I want to thank you all for being my guests. We're running out of time. Dr. Andre, give me a call. I'm so glad she heard something because Dr. Andre is in for the kids. She loved the kids. I'm going to start saving these books. And not just, you know what, not just the children books. I could be giving books because the other people over there. Well, let's create a little library, and I get other authors to donate books, and all they have to do is come to, can you get them to create a little space where we can put books out there for the people, Sheila?
Yeah, I bought a couple bookshelves, and they're sitting there with emptiness right now. I'm getting ready to
we're going to
take
fill them
another
up.
one out next week.
We're going to fill them up, girl. Oh, my God. You got picking.
I do have one more question. Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Is there a particular housing facility that's just for children and parents?
Yeah, we have 4 of them. And I will give Dr. Rosie the locations. So
Is the one at 6501 Crenshaw, that one have children?
Yes, Depot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How about the one you said there's one on Imperial and Western?
That one has children. The one on Crenshaw and Hyde Park, the one on 65th and Brenhurst has children, and then the furthest one out is out in East LA on Soto, near Soto and Cesar Chavez. All of those have children.
Sheila, text me all the addresses. Go ahead,
will.
Dr.
Yes,
Andre.
please, because all right. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Remember, the show will re-air at 6 o'clock p.m. You can tell your friends they can listen to it. It's going to re-air at 6 p.m. Innerlight, INNER, innerlightradio.com. You volunteers, you know, some of us get paid, but really what we get paid, we can consider it volunteer. I ain't talking about y'all program. I'm talking about other folks, okay? You guys have a great day, okay?
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.